Good morning, how are you today? So today I'm doing something very special, making a bait that I've always wanted to make. And this one, I'm super excited to say, every bait that you see in this video, you will be able to purchase on my Shopify, link in the description. And I'm excited. It's gonna be awesome. So stay tuned, see what baits you can be able to purchase. Click the link in the description and take you straight to my website. You can purchase all the baits that I make and upload on there. All the proceeds go to a good cause, the non-profit organization VIP Angling, which helps get visually impaired people out on the water. I'm just super excited about this. And everything on these baits is completely recycled and helping out the environment. Like the wood comes from construction sites, which would just get burned and pollute the air or end up in our landfills, which don't need to be any fuller. The bills for crankbaits are made out of bottle caps. The lead I use to weight the baits are made out of tire weights that we usually just end up getting thrown away. And everything's just super recycled. I make my own line ties out of wire. It's just helping out the environment and getting an awesome product out of it. Super cool baits, amazing action. I'm just super excited. And get ready, because this is about to be awesome. I'm going to be making a Whopper Plopper. This is the Berkley Chopo 90. Now, this is it's a different brand. It's not the Whopper Plopper brand, but it is the Berkley style. I kind of like this one better. It's got a better blade on it. See, it's a little more cupped. It's a little more sleek of a design. I like the coloring on it. You can tell that's paint chipped off. I've caught so many fish on this bait. And I'm going to be attempting to make it out of wood. And then by the end of the video, I'm going to catch a fish on it and you're going to be able to buy it. Let's get started on this Whopper Plopper and I'll show you how it's done.
Well, come along and sing this song. Don't just stand there a-wishing. Welcome you to join the crew at Max More Fishing. You get more with Max for sure. If you'll just take a listen, you'll see how fun it can be at Max More Fishing. Yeah.
Alright, so this is what I'm going for as a Whopper Plopper design. Here's what I'm going to be basing it after. This is the Berkley Chopo 90. So they make a one size smaller. I do not have it, but I'm going to be going for that one size smaller. So, see, it's pretty much this one, just compressed. The hardest part is going to get this actual plopper tail to pretty much plop and do what it's supposed to do. So let's get this thing cut out, find a piece of wood, and let's get started. Now I'm going to glue it onto the wood, and I'm going to use mahogany for the main body and cedar for the tail. So let's get it on there. Now let's go cut these out. Okay. I'm going to start out with the main body first. Get it all cut out. Alright, got them cut out. Now I just gotta go and sand them. Okay, so I got it, I'll sand it down, and now what I'm going to do, just so it's easy to sand and find the middle, I'm going to take my super glue and put the smallest little dot, and then I'm going to evenly put it, just going to eyeball it, do an even eyeball, super glue these two pieces of wood together. Alright. So I just glued these two together just to make it easier to sand and carve and make the top profile. I'm going to find the center point of both. I'm going to draw a line running down the center. And then I'm going to make my top profile. And there we go, top profile. So now I'm going to go to the saw and cut this and then sand it until it's good. And there we go. Now we gotta cut these corners flat and sand them. Okay, so now we're gonna do the chamfer lines, which, if you don't know what that is, it's where you draw on each corner a line following the terrain of the bait pretty much. And you're pretty much gonna take these lines and take a knife to them and cut up until these lines. And pretty much all that's going to do is make it easier to make it all sanded and round. And there we go. Now let's just start cutting. There we go, got it all carved out. Now let's sand it all down. Make it nice and round. Alrighty, so I got the bait sanded down. Now I'm going to go over it with 1000 grit. It's really unnecessary, but it just makes it look extra good. Okay, so now let's try to break this tailpiece off without breaking the rest of the bait. Oh, that wasn't so bad. I'm going to take a little piece of sandpaper, sand these flat pieces down a little bit. Pretty good. So now I got to drill the line tie holes, the hook hanger holes, drill all the holes I need to make the bait. And then I gotta mark where the lead hole goes, and I'm gotta drill some eyes, and then I'm gonna seal the bait, and then start putting it together, assembling, and then paint. And I'm gonna do this last line tie piece that spins. I'm gonna do that last, completely last, because I don't want to be having a free spinning thing and have to dip it in clear coat. So I'm gonna put it together after it's done painted. So let's drill some holes and get them marked. Okay, so I got the holes all marked up, and now all I'm going to do is take this bead, run it in here like this, and this is going to go in here, and this is going to go here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hollow out like a half circle and push these beads inside of it and glue them in on both sides, so it'll spin freely around without damaging the wood. Okay, so now let's put it in, make sure everything works and spins. Okay, so we're gonna seal them now. So I've got some Minwax water-based sealer. It's a clear satin. Doesn't matter if it's shiny or not. It just has to be good for sealing. It's all gonna get covered by paint anyway. So it doesn't look clear, obviously, but trust me, it is. So throw her in there. Now we just gotta wait for that stuff to dry, and once it is, we'll throw some lead in it and start painting. Okay, and I am back. It is all dried up. And now I'm going to cut the slit and make the prop. So I'm gonna go with the red bottle cap. Now I just gotta cut all these sides off. Okay, so now I got it cut out. See, it's all nice and flat. Now I want to find the design or the shape I want it to be, and we'll make it that shape. And there we go. Nice banquet beer cap. Now I'm gonna put it on, and it's gonna go on hopefully pretty good. So there's straight. I'm gonna cut it right at that angle. I think it's almost a 45. So I put lead in the bait. It might not be enough. So I'm gonna finish up this little tail piece. Throw it together without any glue. Go and test it out in the water trough. Okay, I got it all rigged up and ready. Let's go test it out in the donkey trough. Okay, I'm out here. I'm gonna do the original Whopper Plopper first as a test, kind of compare. So it sits in the water real low. When you pull it, obviously has a plopping action. Leaves bubbles behind. Now we're gonna go with the Scrappy Lures wooden Whopper Plopper with the blade built out of a bottle cap. Let's see, sits in the water pretty perfect. Ooh. That looks good, honestly. Just reel it, it'll blade spins. Oh yeah, add a little more plop to that blade. It's a lot more curve. So it's got a really nice action. I like it. Okay, so I got it ready up to my standards, what I want it to be at. Got the lead in it. Now we're going to put some eyeballs in it and then start painting. So, let's do it. Let's go drill them out. There we go. Both sides. Alrighty, so I'm going to start out with a base coat of white primer. Got the bait on my vice grips. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the tail. Okay, got the tail. Same thing. I got the blade all taped up so it doesn't get all painted. Start off with a black. Simple paint job. So I've got this little mesh netting, and this is what I'm going to use to make scales. Okay, time for red. Got the red body. Gotta wait for that to dry off. And the next step after that is gonna be black again. I'm gonna paint the very top of that, or black, and then I think that's probably it. And there we go. Now I gotta put some eyes on there. That looks good. So the way I make my eyes is I take a plastic sheet, punch little circles out with a hole punch, then I paint them to whatever colors I want, and I add them onto the bait. The best part about them is they're cleaning up the environment. So now we're ready for a clear coat, and then we can start putting her back together. Woo. Okay, let's dip them. So this is how I have it rigged up. This is just a temporary screw. And we're going in. Come back in. Okay, I'm gonna throw it in the tank real quick. Okay, here they are in the tank. So we'll just wait for probably around 45 minutes and then they'll be done. There we go. Alrighty, we are at the lake. Got the lightning kayak, lightning strike, and we are here. Got the Whopper Plopper on hand. We're about to launch. And we're gonna go try to catch a bass. There's chain pickerel on this lake. We might be able to catch one of them. But I mean, look at this lake. This is not just all of it. Through that bridge, or through that little hole, or whatever you want to call it, there is a whole open lake. Can't wait to get on it. And let's go get some fish. It is not good topwater conditions right now. No clouds, high heat, high humidity. Blue sky. The opposite of good conditions for topwater. But we're gonna throw it anyway and try to catch some fish. Dang it, dude. Immediate. There's one. That's a good one. It's a really nice fish. Oh. Yeah, that's a good fish. Woo! First fish is like a 3-pounder. All day, baby. All day 3. There we go. First bass. I was reeling in to recast and he hit it. So he's gonna be probably 2 pounds, 3 pounds. Two 2.5. There we go. Oh! Got one on the Whopper Plopper. What is it? It's a nice little bass. Let's go! On the Whopper Plopper. I think it's a spot. Spotted bass. Yep, it's a spot. Spotted bass on the Whopper Plopper. Handmade Whopper Plopper. Look at there. Okay, hold on, let me get off this bank real quick. So the way to tell if it's a spotted bass or not is, well, one way is they have really beautiful colors. They're real tall but small fish, and they have vertical lines going down. But the best way to tell is if they have a rough patch. Feels like their teeth, but on their tongue. See that little patch in there? Little spotted bass. First one out of this lake, and on the strappy topwater. Awesome. Let's try to get one more, and then she's going in the box and shipping out to one of you guys. There's one. Holy cow. Whoa. There we go. Species number 2. Bluegill and then a bass. Whew. Thank you, buddy. Figured I would catch one right there. Okay, let's try this bait out. So this is it's a different style of bait. It's not topwater. It is a sinking twitch bait, so like a jerk bait with no lip, with a spinner tail on the back, or like a spinner on the bottom, actually, not on the back. It's got a phenomenal action in the water. A nice darting action with that spinner. It's just an absolutely crazy looking bait. Got one on the scrappy. Oh, he's barely hooked. It's another good one. Nice fish. Oh, yes. You what? Woo! Big. There we go, chunky fella. Scrappy. Little twitch bait. Might get another one out of here. I'm gonna put this one up, caught a fish on it. This one's also for sale. I'm moving on. Next bait. And that is gonna be the bull shad. Okay, so I got the next bait I'm gonna be selling. I'm gonna try it out. It is a baby bull shad, and this one has rattles. So I'm gonna be throwing this thing around, trying to catch a fish on it. Shouldn't be too hard. The action on this thing is impeccable. And I mean, I love it. So I'm gonna be throwing it around brush piles, wherever. I'm just gonna yank a bass out on it, hopefully. And the action is just amazing. So all the baits you've seen today will be for sale. Link in the description. The popper, that twitch bait that I just caught a bass on, this bull shad, I'm gonna be selling as well. All the baits. And by the time you're watching this video, my baits will already be out, so go check them out. Oh, there's one. He absolutely smacked it. Oh, little guy absolutely crushed it. Back treble, tail first. What are you doing, bud? Crazy little thing. On the little shad swim bait, 3-piece. Woo! Knew there'd be one right off this grassy point. And there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video showing the step-by-step process on how to build a Whopper Plopper. I am so excited that you are going to be able to purchase this bait. Link in the description. Go check out my Shopify account. And every other bait you saw in this video, the Twitch bait, the Fire Tiger Twitch bait, the popper, the swim bait, every single bait and more, you are going to be purchased in my Shopify. Go check it out. First link in the description. You will not want to miss these out. It is just so awesome how they are helping out the environment and catching fish at the same time. I'm just super stoked. Stay tuned for the next video and the next lure build. I will see you guys there. As always, just go for it.
You get more with Max for sure. If you'll just take a listen, you'll see how fun it can be at Max More Fishing.